Hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday night. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're here. As always, I am Melissa Watkins, evidential media and master instructor with Integrated Energy Therapy. It's Tuesday Tarot. I will pull one free card for as many people as I can fit into the hour. I'm really looking forward to being with you tonight. It is still cold where I am. It did not snow today, but it is frigid out there. Stay warm, people, for sure. So I'm really looking forward to being here with you tonight. Got some really good stuff going on. So if you're new to me and you're just finding me, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you're new tonight and want me to pull you a card, unfortunately, you won't be allowed to until you subscribe and you've been subscribed for a week. So if you subscribe tonight, next Tuesday, I would be able to pull a card for you if you were able to show up. It's always 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We try to be real regular around here. But I'm really excited to really talk about some good things we've got going on. If you are not involved with my podcast, Spiritual 411 on YouTube and all your podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeart, and Apple, Spiritual 411, I've actually been doing some deep dives into how you communicate and why we communicate with spirit. Because for some of us, it's a calling. It's not something we chose to do. It was something that we were called for sure. So, hey, T, how are you? It's so nice to see you or hear from you or be here with you. So, um, Spiritual 411 is where I'm doing a lot of what you would get from me if you came to classes with me. So I'm kind of giving you an overview of the information. In April, I will be doing 6 weeks of a deep dive, an hour and a half Zoom class. All the information's on my website at melissaalwatkins.com. Oh, thank you, T. Welcome, welcome. And hey, Chrissy, good evening. So that is going to be online. So that is 6 weeks of all the things, how you tap in, why you were being called to tap in, who you're communicating with, how to get into communication with them, whether you want to share it or not. And there is going to be a certificate at the end of that 6 weeks if you so choose. And there will be a kind of a one-on-one meeting with me if you want to get the certificate. Just so I know that we're on the same page. That's all that's about. So I don't want people to be afraid of that. But it's the first time I've ever really included any kind of certificate with my course. So I've been doing this course now for about a decade, and I've done it in person and I've done it online. It used to be called Evidential Medium, but I've expanded it because we are multidimensional beings and there's so much more information, which is what I'm sharing on my Spiritual 411 podcast. So lots of stuff there. Check that out if you've not had a chance to. You can watch the podcast on YouTube, or you can listen to it on the podcast platforms, or you can actually go to BeanPod and subscribe to me there if you want to, and then you can listen to it through that platform. But anyway, here we are. It is Tuesday. I'm actually going to be we're going to shake it up a little this week. I want to use the stained glass tarot that I actually recently got. So I will be referencing the book. Whenever I get a new deck, I do like to use the book to kind of get a feel of the author and the intentions for the cards. Once I feel comfortable with it, I don't use the book so much. But it's in this book, it's not a lot. They're very small blurbs because it is based off traditional tarot. So that also helps it. Hey, Darlene, how are you? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to use the stained glass tarot. So take a deep breath with me. I know it's a lot out there, this winter storm that's been kind of keeping some of us very holed up in our home with people that we love. But it may be a struggle sometimes to be around them all 24/7. So I hope you're doing well out there for sure, for sure. Yeah. So the Awakening 5D course online, 6 weeks, starts in April. Definitely check that out. Also, if you're someone that wants more information on integrated energy therapy, head over to my website. Um, right, Chrissy? I love those emojis. Yeah, freezing, 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 freezing. I understand completely. So actually, I'm going to start with Chrissy tonight just because I was thinking about her and this card fell out. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles, new beginning in resources, opportunities, money. So it feels like things are going to start coming in a very tangible way in your life. Um, and I do feel like there is going to be some kind of feeling like you're getting a hand up from the universe. So I feel like when it comes in, it's going to come in well. It's going to come in well. Um, so yes, I feel like this is going to be a year of bounty, plenty, abundance in um yeah, you really kind of coming into this what do I really want? What do I really want? And making the choice from your place of harmonious, balanced energy. So really working on right now getting into the harmony energetically that is going to allow you to get into receptivity. When we are dysregulated nervous system wise, we can't hear the information. The podcast that is out now is Yes, You Are Psychic, and it gives you the whole how you receive the information. Whether you're tapping into it or not, we're always receiving it. So there's a lot of information there on nervous system and also intuition and how your body receives intuition. Which, interestingly enough, Chrissy, her and I did a podcast last week, and this week she asked me to kind of come and talk about nervous system, and it was very, very synchronistic because I had put together a podcast for myself to do on Spiritual 411 that was going to be about the how you receive information. And what I didn't realize, because I had did all my research, got everything in line, got it all written out, and then I put it down because I knew I wasn't going to be doing it for at least a week. Well, and then Chrissy contacted me and said, "Hey, I've really been being brought to this idea of nervous system and calming the nervous system down and meditation. And, could you help me out with that?" And I was like, well, maybe I'm not the right person, crazy enough. And, and then I sat down and recorded the podcast yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly what Chrissy was talking about." So you can listen to it. It's out on the podcast platforms. It'll be dropping on YouTube tomorrow. And basically it's Yes, You Are Psychic, because that's one of the things I've taught for the last 10 years is we are all biologically predisposed to be in connection with spirit. And so I go through how that looks and how it works in that podcast, and we talk about the nervous system a lot. So no, I'm not a charlatan. Interesting. Funk Congress asked me, "Are you what my granny called a charlatan? This seems like anti-theatical to the teachings of Christ." Honestly, I work with the teachings of Christ. I work with God. I work with Jesus. I work with the ascended master Jesus. Do I buy into any religion and the religious rules around any religion? No. But do I believe in God? Am I a charlatan? No. Thank you for that, though. Hi, Mariana. All right. So if you've not checked us out, The Ruckus Room, it's at Flagler Voice on YouTube. And I will be talking this week coming up. We're going to talk about nervous system, and we're going to talk about the biology of intuition. And I feel like, Chrissy, that is what is going to help you to get into the flow of the manifestation this year that you're really looking forward to, and that honestly feels like it's coming in big. It's coming in big. There's going to be some hands up. Um, Hands up in the way of people helping you, and also hands up in supporting you, cheering you on, clapping for you. So Thank you for being here tonight. All right. So let's now we'll start over and get to tea. Um, so there we go. So yes. So if you want any information about all of that, the two places you can go to my website. You can check out the course that's coming in April, 5D Awakening, which is under the events tab, or you can go to my podcast and listen to it. All right. Yeah, 30 in Florida. Wow. That is some kind of cold for you guys. Below freezing. Wow. That is some kind of cold. Stay warm. Hi, Miss Tina. How are you? I've been thinking about you recently because it's so cold. I've been using that little bottle of oil that you sent me with that lotion. And it's crazy because as much as I use it, it should be gone. And I don't know, there's something magical about it. Um, because I keep lifting that bottle up thinking it's got to be almost gone and it still feels like it's half full and it was just this little bottle. So I don't know what it is about it, but it feels magical. So thank you for sending that to me because it's so beautiful. It's so um it's just it's just it's very high vibrational. It's very beautiful. Thank you. It's keeping me very well hydrated in this dry, cold weather. All right. Oh, there they are. All right, you also got 2. I think we're gonna do 2 tonight. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. Just feeling it, guys. I'm just feeling it. All right. So I am gonna get the book for these 2 because they are in reverse. So we got the 7 of Wands in reverse. You're feeling overwhelmed by all the responsibilities and challenges that you are facing. Too much defensiveness can also wear you down. You may lose stamina or fail to defend someone or something you care about. You can feel exhausted and defeated. Remember all that you fought for to be here and ask yourself whether it is worth giving up now. No, 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 it's not. I know what you've gone through. No. So whatever's feeling overwhelming, whatever's feeling like it's too hard, the other card that came out in reverse was 6 of Pentacles. You may experience a lack in generosity, meanness, or gifts that come with strings attached, one-sided charity, lack of community. I feel like you've got somebody that's not in your corner. They're not trying to help you because they don't want you to win. It's time to let them go. Let them loose. Let them go in their own direction. Let them go light and love. You can pray for them. But I am feeling, honey, that this person is not on your side. I do feel like it's male, and I do feel like they're immature, but they're not young. So stand in your sovereignty. Know that you know who you are, that you have the power to have what it is you're working towards, to have what it is that you want. And anybody that's standing in your way, it's almost like you just got to say thank you, but no thank you. And anybody that's making you feel bad or that it's almost like they feel like you shouldn't do something. Well, who's to say what you should or shouldn't do? That's totally up to you. Whether you fall on your face or not, it's not their choice. It's not their experience. It's not their road. So yeah, I feel like whoever's in your ear making you, and it might even be your own old negative self-talk. It might be an old paradigm that you're still playing. And we've got to let that go because this is about you moving forward. This is about you having what you want. Yeah. But it's somebody, kind of getting out of this energy of backstabbing, not being there for you. Yeah. You're working too hard. You're carrying the burden. And I feel like it's making sure you're taking time for yourself, making sure you're taking time for what it is you're wanting and planning. And I just feel like whatever the plan is, going towards the new destination, going towards the new dwelling, going towards the new home, whatever it is, keep going. because this is your time. This is your time. This is not about anybody else. Yeah, it's time to come out of fighting. It's time to it's time to have ease. It's time for things to be easy. So whoever's in your way, whoever is and the other thing that I'm picking up is you might even have somebody like they're trying to hold you back only because they're afraid you're going to fall on your face. What they don't understand is that you have the internal strength to not fall on your face. Like any time in the past that you have fallen on your face, you learn the lesson, you've moved out of that energy, you're not that person anymore. It's like vibrationally you are more, and they don't realize that. Maybe it's not your own paradigm that's running in your head. Maybe it's a paradigm, a story that's running in somebody else's head, and they're trying to hold you back. So I hope that resonated. Because I feel like they're doing it out of love, but it's still not helpful to you at all. So I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. Hey, Darlene. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Interesting. Getting a lot of reversed cards tonight. I'm almost thinking there's maybe some planet going into retrograde or in retrograde. And again, I'm not an astrologer, so check out your astrology. But when the cards are acting a specific way, I know there's energies at play that aren't just our energy. It's universal energy. All right. Let's see what we got here. Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm glad you're doing well today, honey. All right, Two of Pentacles. I know it's day by day for sure. All right, Two of Pentacles in reverse. You are overcommitted, having too many projects, lacking organization and balance. This can lead to making poor choices, neglecting love, and things falling through the crack. Ask for help if needed. Renegotiate deadlines and reprioritize your work. So that was the first one. And then the Six of Pentacles came out in reverse. You may have experienced lack of generosity, meanness, or gifts that come with strings attached, one-sided charity. Wow, this came out for Tina. Wow, interesting. Yeah. So it feels like things don't feel good, right? And you're overwhelmed and you're not getting help you need. And it might even be that they don't even realize you need help because you're not displaying need for help, or you're just always the one that helps, right? So the other card that came out was the Six of Wands. So this was the other card that came out. You're reaching success, victory. You're winning and achieving, earning acclaim and recognition. You might have fans, well-wishers, and a crowd of supporters. You are stable, strong, and you have yeah. This is really showing you like this is you're coming out of this. So wherever you've been, right, you are going to be successful. You are going to be able to kind of bring things back to balance, coming back into being on track. So just know that whatever you're worried about right now, whether it's finances or family, things are going to work out positively. But right now it feels like you need to maybe go within and take some time or even ask for physical help, right? Physical help with things you need to get done, or physical help with just, where you are mentally and emotionally. So I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. So I'm really excited. We're having some new people join us tonight. So Sika 147, where can I send my question? Literally, you can just drop it right there in the comments for sure. You're welcome, Darlene. You're welcome. All right. We're down to Mariana. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Your energy feels low. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Oh, happy birthday, Sabora. Happy birthday. Welcome. All right, Mariana, let's see what the cards want to say for you tonight. Oh, all right. You had two come right out again. Well, okay. They're in reverse again. However, they're good cards to be in reverse. So the heartache card in reverse, right? So it means, positive emotional instead of heartbreak, right? And then we have the 9 of Wands. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll put them together for you. In reverse. You may struggle to keep working towards your goals due to setbacks and challenges, which we know you're having challenges. Remember your internal resources and the inner courage you have. You are close to overcoming your current challenges. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here with this 3 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you've got positive energy coming towards you, and that staying, locked down into that inner courage, right? That solar plexus strength of your innate will, connected to your divinity, connected to your sovereignty, connected to your higher self in your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters. So I feel like, the message is you're not alone. The message is you're overcoming. It's like, I almost feel like I pulled the light at the end of the tunnel card for you recently. So yeah, this is kind of what this is feeling like you're getting there, right? And I feel like the light is going to start appearing, if it hasn't already, that there's, positiveness on the horizon. Yeah. Yep. Again, 7 of Swords, but in reverse. So you're not going to need to fight. You're not going to need to, that things are moving in a positive direction. Yeah. So then the other card that fell out was the 3 of Wands in reverse. You're playing it safe by not spreading your wings wide enough. There might be delays, frustration, and roadblocks on your path. You might feel restricted and lacking progress or adventure. Remember that you have the potential to spread your wings and fly. Yeah. So it feels like if things are stagnant, things are stuck, things aren't moving, it just feels like you're coming out of this time to need to fight really hard. It feels like it's time to lean into that inner strength that comes from above, that comes from the divine. It's almost like give it to God. Whatever the fear is, whatever the angst is, whatever the things aren't moving in the right direction right now, when things are so heavy and we have no idea how this could turn positive, right? This is when we give it to God, because God can create miracles, right? And I feel like that's what I'm getting for you tonight, that's kind of what's going to be the most beneficial thing. All right. So I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. Hello. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're staying warm out in there. Cynthia's from California, so I'm not sure what their weather is doing or how cold or how impacted they're being by this storm. So maybe you can share that, Cynthia, because I'm not sure. Um, all right, let's see what we got for Cynthia. So Leon says, can you do ASMR saying happy birthday to Sabara? I don't know what that means. I don't know if you're like asking us to like sing happy birthday. But I think we're just gonna leave it at wishing her happy birthday, okay? So thank you for being here. All right, Cynthia, let's see what we got for you. All right, Cynthia. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I like this. I think I like this. I think I do. I think I do. Let's move these out of the way. They're kind of okay. Here we go. Let me just lay these down and take a look at them for you, and then we'll go through them. So the Page of Wands in reverse. You may feel unmotivated, lethargic, uninspired. You may fail to launch a project, have setbacks, fail to commit, don't find your passion, or have self-limiting beliefs. Ding, 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 ding. And there's energy around that one, my dear. Inner child issues can come to the surface. Think about what is holding you back. Focus on your spiritual path to gain understanding. Nothing is permanent, and this phase too shall pass. Okay. So they're definitely not want you to feel like this being stuck or in a situation that doesn't feel good or doesn't feel right or things have not been working out for you is going to be long term. It's just right now, right? So I actually got excited when I saw the next card because it is the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is you showing up in your own reading. You are intelligent, independent, sharp-witted, and truthful. You are a direct communicator. Wow, this is really you. And have unbiased judgment and clear boundaries. Your decisions are based on facts, not only emotion, and many people value your objective opinion, which I do. Alternately, it may represent an older woman who steps into your life when you are vulnerable. You can protect you and no. Okay. So yeah, I definitely felt like okay, so that's you showing up in your own reading because right next to it, this is where I kind of got like, okay, this is going in a positive direction. This feels good. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. So, let's take a look at that. In the upright position. A time of new beginnings and new relationships, usually in terms of love. You'll be feeling happy, positive, and good about yourself. This is a time of joy, compassion, celebration, and creativity. Now is a good time to begin new friendships and get out there and socialize. So yes, I feel like it's time for you to really like embody who you are and not hold yourself small or muted for anybody around you. That it really is time for you to shine, for you to shine. Because the last two cards are in reverse. We got the Two of Swords and the Empress. And so it is time to kind of lay down your swords. It's not about, it's like you're seeing things, you're seeing what you need to see. Um, and what you're needing to see is that, things where you are right now are kind of getting in your way. And so the only way to move yourself in a direction would be to, I'm hearing, take the bull by the horns and continue to be yourself, and then make whatever the adjustments you need to make. But meeting new people, or maybe even not even meeting new people. I almost feel like this Ace of Cups is almost like, yes, you can meet new people. I'm not going to say don't meet new people, but I also feel like this is about you also nurturing relationships that maybe you haven't nurtured in a while, or you've kind of let not go of, but maybe fall away. Yeah, because you are seeing things clearly, and it just feels like you've got, people around you maybe who aren't supportive, and that's not going to work for you. So I hope that resonated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the support and for being here. I truly appreciate it. Sampad's feelings for Falak. Is he ignoring her? I hope I didn't murder those names too bad, and I apologize if I did. So, yeah, let me pull a card on that question and see what Spirit wants to say. Yeah. Yeah. His feelings aren't what I got 3 cards in reverse. And what I'm feeling here is there's something about him that she doesn't see. And it feels like he's not really willing to put in the work. Yeah, because he's distracted, he's unmotivated. He's not willing to put in the work is what I think I'm picking up. So it does feel like he's not making her a priority or making her feel like he values her. I think he's attracted to her, and it feels like he, like if she keeps going towards him, he'll accept that. But it doesn't feel like he's going to put himself out to pursue her in the way that would make her feel like he's into her, or he values her. She's important to him. So, yeah, I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. Oh, awesome, Cynthia. Cynthia says, our weather is good, 59 degrees right now at 4:30. She's obviously a few hours behind us. So physically drained. Great cards. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. All right. That's awesome. All right. Oh. That's what we've got for Spara on her birthday. What does Spirit want to say to you today? Oh, all right. All right, so we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So let's see what this message is starting out as. Card number 12. If there are delays, resistance, and missed opportunities in your life, pause for a moment to see things from a different perspective. This is your positive sign that you can now move forward with a new perspective and a renewed sense of energy. Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Let's see what wants to go with it. Let's see what wants to go with it. All right, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm telling you, the whole deck is not reversed. I promise you. You might be placing too much focus on short-term success while harming your long-term potential. You might have created wealth but neglected your relationships and well-being. Or there might be financial instability in your life right now, or conflict within love and family, or domestic disputes over money. Take a step back and evaluate whether your decisions will lead to a positive or negative outcome in the future. Wow, those two cards go really well together, because how it's going to resolve itself is you stepping back and taking a look from a different perspective. And, sometimes we can't do that. We're too emotionally invested. So it's hard for us to see things from multiple perspectives, right? Because we have this one idea. So what I would encourage is, through discernment, talk to someone you trust, someone who doesn't have an agenda, doesn't have some kind of self-serving energy around anything that you might do, who loves you unconditionally and wants what's best for you, and ask them, some advice for the situation, right? Because they may be able to give you the perspective or the other perspective that you can't come up with on your own. All right. So I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here.
Can I have your poop? Can you wipe me when I'm done?
No, calling Amy, shut the door.
She's not here.
Who's here?
Aunt Teresa.
Okay.
She went home.
Okay.
But I don't want her to see me poop. I need you to.
People on the computer, and they can hear you.
Okay, don't
leave.
But I need you to turn the light off.
I can't ask Aunt Teresa. Shut the door, please.
Aunt Teresa!
I am so sorry. So, yes, that's really nice, Cynthia. She said, thank you, Spara. So, okay, here we are. Sorry about that little, my little person showing up and driving me crazy, because that's what she does, right? Because that's what she does. But, here we are. So, yes, in April, I will be doing a 6 weeks online course. It'll be an hour and a half on Sundays, every Sunday for 6 weeks. And we will dive into how you connect to spirit. What's the biology behind it? What's the science behind it? We'll talk a little bit about quantum physics in a class. We'll talk about your spirit guides and who they are. We'll talk about the support from the spirit world that you can receive. But it's about you connecting. It's about your ability to connect and helping you to do that. So one of the beautiful things about being in a course where there's many people is we're amplifying our energy. And so we'll be able to get into states in meditation that you may struggle to get into on your own. And when you're able to do that in a group situation, you then now know what it feels like, so that when you're doing it on your own, you'll know if you've reached it or not. And so I really like doing these classes because I just see the growth. And one of the questions I always get is, do I have enough experience, or am I, do I have enough gift? And what I'm going to tell you is, wherever you are, if you're being called to work with me, that you are absolutely already tapped in, you're already receiving information. The thing that my courses always do is they take you from where you are and they help you to level up. And it could be one step, it could be 2 or 3 steps. Sky's the limit. And it really comes down to, in those 6 weeks, how much time and effort you put in outside of the class, really connecting into breath work and really connecting into a meditation practice. Meditation is something that we all struggle with, but it's about showing up. It's about showing up. I still struggle with it, but it's a practice, and so you have to practice. You have to do it regularly, repeatedly. Some will be amazing, and others will be 5 or 10 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, and you just were frustrated the whole time. It happens. What I will tell you is when you have those kinds of meditations, for some reason, the rest of your day flows. Even though you don't feel like you connected, you don't feel like anything really happened, you were struggling to stay quiet and to try to connect. And we're gonna talk about that, why trying doesn't work in the course. But yeah, they're still showing up. They're still in it with you, and they still help you, because they know that you tried, that you were there, that you showed up. And so, it's a beautiful 6 weeks. You'll meet other like-minded people, especially if you're someone that doesn't really have anybody you can talk about this stuff with. That's one of the great things about the community, is you can have that conversation or ask those questions that you may not know where to ask, for sure. So that will be in April. Really, really looking forward to that. And then for those of you who are really going through dark night of the soul, for those of you who are really struggling with trauma, with inner child wounding, with addiction, with resentment, with generational trauma, with anything emotional, physical, mental, energetic. Integrated energy therapy is the energy healing modality that I use. And I work with the 9 archangels of that come in to assist with integrated energy therapy, that was developed in 1988 by Stephen J. Thayer. He channeled all of this. And so we work with Archangel Ariel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Caziel, Archangel Celestina, Archangel Sarah, Archangel Faith, and Archangel Daniel. And these 9 archangels come in to support us, and they do the work. I'm literally the channel. I'm the facilitator. And they're going to help to release those issues in your tissues, because emotions have to go somewhere. When you're shoving them down all the time, they're going into your body. They're going into your cells, to your cellular memory. And for many of us, we've gotten to the point where there's no more room. There's no more place to put it. And so we walk around angry, or we walk around frustrated, or we walk around the victim, or we walk around unworthy, whatever it is, because there's no more room. And so integrated energy therapy can help to release those issues in your tissues, layer by layer, permanently release. And what's beautiful about it is some people experience falling asleep during a session. Some people experience nothing during a session. And that's because if you've been through something that's truly traumatizing, you're not going to experience anything because they don't want to re-traumatize you. Some people experience seeing colors. Some people experiencing vibration. Some people experience a sensation in different parts of their body. Some people experience feeling the angels and their presence, physically touching them. So you can experience that virtually in private sessions with me. I do them individually, or you can buy a package, and I also include that in my coaching sessions, which is the Empower Me Now coaching package, which is a 6-month, 9-session. I am ready to dive deep. I am ready to do the work. I am ready to feel better. I'm ready to manifest. I'm ready to move forward in my life. And so that's all on my website, melissawatkins.com. And if you're in my area in upstate New York, in March, I am doing the 3-day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in March. We're going to be doing the certifications for the basic, intermediary, and advanced levels of integrated energy therapy, IET. And so if that's something you're interested in, if you're in my area, all that information is on my website in the event section. And there is a 3 payment plan, the cost of it divvied up into 3 payments. And we're still in January. So we've still got 6 or 7 weeks before the actual beginning of the weekend. And so there's still plenty of time to make 3 separate payments, which will make it, I think, budget friendly for everyone. But if not, that's okay. You can make a one-time payment also. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, please reach out and let me know you're interested. Seating is limited. And I also need to know, because I do have to purchase ahead of time all of the materials, because there are going to be 3 books you're going to get with all of the information. And there's going to be laminated cheat sheets that you'll take away with you in the class. So when you go off on your own, you have everything you need to facilitate a session on your own. You're very welcome, Mariana. So that is going to be mid-March. So check out my website for the podcast, for the events, and information on me and integrated energy therapy. So, all right. Blessings. Welcome. Blessings says, what's coming towards me? All right, Blessings. I'm going to pull you a card or 2 and let's see what's coming towards you, shall we? Oh, okay. This one really wanted to come out. Well, that's just lovely. I like that. Look at how well that started. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Ace of Wands. A new opportunity from within, but sorry, I was reading the wrong one. A new opportunity or idea with the potential to grow is coming into your life. You have the creative spark and ambition needed to begin enterprises, to start a new passion or pursue a new talent. You are enthusiastic for the new beginning. Oh my gosh, and my nose just went crazy. Oh my gosh, which means it's true. So, whatever you've got going on right now that you're feeling like things are maybe not going in the direction you want, just know that they're going to be. All right. So hold on. So let me pull another card to go with this. But I think that's an awesome message. And I hope that it's validation for you. I hope that it's validate. Yeah, you're learning. I almost wonder if you're having a spiritual awakening, my girl. Look at that. The Hierophant and the Ace of Wands, excuse me. Yeah. I almost feel like you're going through some kind of learning and spirituality and spiritual awakening, ascending to a next level. Things are leveling up in your life. It's because of the hard work you've put in and the learning that you're doing, but more learning is coming towards you. So if you're not vibing with a spiritual awakening or going to the next level in your spiritual journey, then I would say that this is going to be you leveling up in your life in whatever area this is resonating with you. But I feel it's spiritual. I feel it's spiritual. If you're not already intuitively developed and using your intuition for your own life, you're going to be very soon, and possibly even stepping into energy healing in a more productive way. Yeah, King of Wands. Yep, it only gets better, my dear. Look at that, King of Wands. Grounded energy. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you are, this is you. Male or female, this is you. You are energetic, action-oriented, optimistic, and strong. You are also friendly and good with words. You are supportive and lenient of others, while independent and needing your own freedom. You're a natural-born leader or extremely capable. Yeah, that's what I was feeling. You're going to be your own If you don't already have a spiritually based business, I almost feel like you're being called to do that too. Even if you don't do it full time, it could be something you do part time or on the side. But yeah, I'm feeling that for you. So I hope that resonated. I hope that resonated. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Okay. All right. So it's really good stuff. That is really good stuff. So I've been doing these podcasts really in doing the research to put them out. And this last podcast, Yes, You're a Psychic, in it, after I did it, and I do a lot of reflection. I'm a teacher, right? I'm always trying to make things better. So I was reflecting on the podcast. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never touched. We talk about the nervous system. We talk about the vagus nerve. We talk about your sympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system, but we never talked about the pineal gland. And now I know why, because I was putting together that information tonight just before this podcast. And we're going to go. I mean, the reason we didn't talk about it in that podcast, which was an hour, just over an hour long, is because this information with where it goes, because we start with the pineal gland and then we kind of go into DMT, and we're going to talk about psilocybin, and we're going to talk about anxiety, and we're going to talk about disassociation. We're going to talk about intuition and how all of that works and how all of that comes together, or how it all impacts each other. So that's going to be another, I think, whole hour. So now I know why Spirit kind of left out talking about the pineal gland in the last episode. And so this is going to be a part 2, I feel, because I also had information on DMT that I didn't end up using. I actually, when I was putting the podcast together, I kind of pulled it out. Now I know why, because it's going to be its own whole subject. So I'm really, really getting interested in doing these podcasts, because I feel like Spirit is really taking us down a very specific road of really understanding spirit communication, so that more of us can trust and act on it, which is always the goal, right? Always the goal. So Blessing said, what spiritual business? Now understanding. Honestly, honey, I can't tell you what spiritual business. That may be something that's coming for you in the new year, Ace of Wands, new ideas. So be open. Be open. It could be anything. It could be reading cards, it could be Reiki, it could be tuning forks, it could be energy healing of some other sort, it could be whatever you're called to, whatever you resonate with. So don't, because I am feeling the fear and the urgency of like, what is it, right? That's not ever going to give us an answer. So try to be calm, try to take a deep breath, try to know that nothing really is going to break open until after end of February for any of us, because right now we're still in the old energy. And what is meant for you, it will find you. Whether Spirit brings you to a book, or they bring you to a person, or they bring you to an idea, they will bring you to what is for you. So do not fear and do not worry. All right? I'm excited for you. It's going to be good. Thank you so much for being here. You're very welcome. All right. I think with that being said, I think we're going to leave it right there. So yeah, if you've not checked out Spiritual 411, or if you're someone that really does want to tap into your own intuition, or just learn the foundation of how and why and who and where, please go to my website and check out the 5D Awakening course starting in April under the events section. So, all right. With that being said, and then if you're someone going through some kind of spiritual awakening, or dark night of the soul, or inner child wounding, or generational trauma, check out Integrated Energy Therapy. All right, guys, have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday night. Stay warm wherever you are. Stay warm. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for being here, being part of my community. I appreciate it.